Over 18 months on, since Cody Rhodes finished his story at WrestleMania 40 in the main event against the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, to win the undisputed WWE Championship for the first time in his career and finishing the story. But today in this video, we look at the possibility of Cody Rhodes not finishing the story. What if Cody Rhodes never ever finished his story at WrestleMania 40 and it went the other way round? We look at what it would look like in the WWE world and how stuff would be different for Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns and The Rock in this universe where Cody Rhodes lost to Roman Reigns once again and could not capture the undisputed WWE Championship. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's going to be an awesome to record. Always, remember, smash the like and subscribe button to the my channel, and let's get into this one. Which means that I think in this universe, we do actually get what was meant to be Roman Reigns defending the undisputed WWE Championship against the final boss, the People's Champion, The Rock. A heel Roman Reigns defending the most coveted prize in the WWE versus the People's Champion, The Rock, competing for the WWE Undisputed Championship one last time in his career. And in this match, it would main event night 2 of WrestleMania, being one of the biggest one-on-one matches in WrestleMania history. The Tribal Chief, the head of the table, versus the People's Champion. The battle to be whoever is the ultimate and the final, the only Tribal Chief out of these two. And who rules the bloodline and who holds the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship. And my winner for this match would be Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns would defeat The Rock here to get the big win that he needs to really get this title reign back on track. Defeating The Rock at WrestleMania 40 would mean at the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania, Roman Reigns defends again for a 5th WrestleMania straight with the same title. Of course, WrestleMania 37, 38, 39... Actually, no, it'd be 4 WrestleManias, my bad. But 4 consecutive WrestleManias defending the same title and retaining each time to keep his WrestleMania record going. But this means he'd only have 1 match at WrestleMania and not 2 like we got in real life at the tag team match, of course, the night before. But I think The Rock would give a good fight, and I think The Rock could go into this maybe winning, but I think they'd give Roman Reigns the win just to make his title reign even better and make the Tribal Chief status and the bloodline even better. Maybe building more talent, bringing back old rivalries, having maybe John Cena come back on his farewell tour this year to try and beat Roman Reigns and take the Undisputed Championship off him, which I think could have led up to WrestleMania 41 being Roman Reigns, John Cena for the final time ever in John Cena's final WrestleMania, possibly defeating Roman Reigns to end Roman Reigns' 1,400 day plus title reign by then. And of course, John Cena winning the Never Seen 17. But Roman Reigns would retain in this match, and he would be still your undisputed WWE Universal Champion. So of course, at real life, I'd still have Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble. But if Cody Rhodes could get to the Undisputed Championship, that means his only option is the World Heavyweight Championship against, of course, the visionary, the revolutionary, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, maybe one last time, and finally getting this great match on the grandest stage and more for one of the biggest prizes in the WWE, the World Heavyweight Championship. And this would main event night 1 of WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes getting another main event, but getting the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think Cody Rhodes would defeat Seth Rollins in this match to win the World Heavyweight Championship and still become that world champion and possibly finish his story in just a different way of doing it. But Cody Rhodes would finally become world champion, ended Seth Rollins' 316-day title reign at that point. It'd be, of course, one of the longest World Heavyweight Championship reigns in history. But Cody Rhodes ending it and getting another big win against Seth Rollins. It wouldn't hurt Seth Rollins to lose his championship, of course, because at this point Seth Rollins was injured. So Seth Rollins could go away after this and do what he did in real life, you know, get the surgery he needed to fix up the knee and back, and Cody Rhodes could become the World Heavyweight Champion on Monday Night Raw and get some good matches going against the likes of Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and many, many more. But of course, in real life, Damian Priest cashed in. But I think this would be different. I think in Cody Rhodes' first defense at WrestleMania Backlash, of course, the pay-per-view after this, in France, Cody Rhodes would defend the World Heavyweight Championship against AJ Styles, like I said. But I think Damian Priest would attempt to cash in, but I think would fail to cash in. I don't think Damian Priest would become the World Heavyweight Champion. And down the line, we will, of course, get Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. And that will become a big rivalry leading into SummerSlam, possibly. With Cody Rhodes making the World Heavyweight Championship the workhorse title with Roman Reigns having a limited schedule now. The World Heavyweight Championship held by Cody Rhodes would become the main title. He could even get outside defensive, maybe if you think of it, against the likes of the upcoming Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. There's many more, Logan Paul we could get a match with, maybe, just maybe a Randy Orton match. There would be so many possibilities for Cody Rhodes if he won this title. So let's just say it would be very, very different. So I wouldn't have Cody Rhodes hold this title forever. At the Royal Rumble 2025, Cody Rhodes would defend the World Heavyweight Championship against the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre another time in this title reign, leading up from a rivalry that's been built up since SummerSlam of 2024. And I would have Drew McIntyre win. There's a reason for this, but let me talk. Drew McIntyre has never really got that World Championship, that World Championship fight that he's deserved for a very, very long time. And if you think it differently, in WrestleMania 40, if Cody Rhodes took McIntyre's place, McIntyre would not be in a World Championship match. He'd probably face someone like Damian Priest, like he did at this year's WrestleMania, at WrestleMania 40. Which means he'd miss out on a world title match, which I think would have him winning that match at WrestleMania 40 and him building up to be a world champion once again. Because you think, he would have never held that World Championship by then. That would take off his back, and he would be able to challenge Cody Rhodes and be in the main event scene for Monday Night Raw for the World Heavyweight Championship. So I'd have Cody Rhodes lose at the Royal Rumble, which is big, but him getting beat by a superstar like Drew McIntyre is a very, very big thing. Because Drew McIntyre winning the World Heavyweight Championship is perfect for him to walk into WrestleMania 41 as World Heavyweight Champion and defend against a big star, maybe like a Seth Rollins or a CM Punk. It'd be very, very interesting, And to see that down the line would be very interesting, because we probably would have saw this match at Survivor Series where Cody Rhodes would win the first battle against Drew McIntyre, and then we get the second battle at the Royal Rumble, because Drew would have gone away and then returned at the start of the year, and then built up that match to the Royal Rumble in February 1st in Indianapolis. But there's a reason for this. I would have the final boss, The Rock, turn heel and cost Cody Rhodes the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble, which is a big, big thing for The Rock to return in Indianapolis for the first time since WrestleMania 40, from losing against Roman Reigns to come back at the Royal Rumble over half a year later to cost Cody Rhodes after taking his place in the Undisputed Championship match. Even when Cody chose Roman, he was forced out of the decision to face Seth instead. He stripped the title away from Cody that meant the most to him. So now Cody gets hit with a Claymore by Drew, and then with a People's Elbow, and then another Claymore. And the referee comes back in. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Drew McIntyre is your new World Heavyweight Champion. For the first time in over 5 years, Drew is World Champion again. And Cody is without nothing. Once again, he is no longer the World Heavyweight Champion. And now he has got a final boss to deal with. Which means at WrestleMania 41, yes, WrestleMania 41, in either the Night 1 or Night 2 main event, it would be Cody Rhodes versus The Rock in a street fight match. It would be such a Las Vegas street fight. Cody Rhodes versus The Rock for the one in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime, it would never happen again. One of the biggest matches ever. Cody Rhodes walks into WrestleMania, dealing with last year's problem, The Rock, to try and take him down so The Rock can never ever come back to take away that thing from Cody Rhodes. The one thing that's needed Cody Rhodes the most, or Cody Rhodes has needed the most, was the WWE Championship. So now he's going to try and get his fight back on The Rock. And that is what he exactly does. Cody Rhodes defeats The Rock at WrestleMania 41. And yes, The Rock having 2 years straight WrestleMania losses is not good for him, but I don't think it matters for The Rock, Cody Rhodes beats The Rock at WrestleMania 41 to get a big, big win, which was something that is astronomical. It's something that he needed, and it's something that means he can go back for the World Championship. He's dealt with a final boss. He's put a final boss down to win in front of over 60,000 in a Las Vegas crowd at WrestleMania 41 in one of the biggest matches ever. Cody Rhodes beats The Rock. But I also think Roman Reigns loses at WrestleMania 41. For the final time ever, John Cena finally defeats Roman Reigns for the first time in his career to become the never-seen 17 and win the undisputed WWE Championship. Of course, taking down Roman Reigns' nearly 1,600-day title reign. Maybe the second longest title reign ever. I can't remember the actual statistics off the top of my head. But Cena defeating Roman Reigns in most likely the Night 2 main event of WrestleMania 41 to get his 17th title and end one of the greatest title reigns in history. Cena finally wins the championship he's needed for ages. And John Cena is your new undisputed WWE champion. And Roman Reigns can finally go away for a couple of months and get that break he's needed while Cena runs Friday Night SmackDown as your undisputed champion for the first time since 2017, where he only held the title for 2 weeks. So Cena now being champion for a long time will mean a lot, of course. But Cena ending this Roman Reigns title reign would mean so much for him in his farewell tour, his final year. And Roman Reigns losing this match would not hurt, you know. WrestleMania 41, okay, he lost at WrestleMania, but he's won so many as well. And how long that title reign was, it probably would have needed to end it by then. So to end it now, and then maybe you can have a different storyline with Roman Reigns without the title, and maybe Roman Reigns comes back face like he did in real life, just delay it by a year, would be very, very interesting. But Cena would be a face. There would be no heel turn in this, remember. It would just be a face John Cena jumping around after winning the Undisputed Championship, getting the ending we all wanted, where Cena wins the championship and ends Roman Reigns' 1,600-day title reign. From WrestleMania 41, Cody Rhodes continues his path and goes on to win King of the Ring for the first time in his career and finally gets the undisputed WWE Championship match he's wanted forever. The main event of SummerSlam Night 2 in New Jersey. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes challenges the Never Seen 17 John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. Can Cody finally get it done? And for the first time in many, many years, it's John Cena, Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes never defeated John Cena. So this match means everything to him. Going in as John Cena is now on the last time is now. He's on the farewell tour. And it's his final SummerSlam ever. And he faces Cody Rhodes defending his championship. The title that eluded Cody Rhodes his whole career. Cody's never been able to manage to get to this title, you know. He's never been able to win it. He's only ever had one opportunity at the title, and he lost against Roman Reigns, of course, and never ever got the rematch he deserved. Because, of course, we all know, in this universe, The Rock robbed him of that opportunity. But now this match, a street fight once again for the WWE Championship. And this match is an absolute classic. It goes back and forth like real life, really. But at the end, Cody Rhodes says, "I love you, John, but this is for me now." Cody Rhodes goes down the selfish part, hits not one, not two, but 3 crossroads on John Cena. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes finally does it. Cody Rhodes is finally the undisputed WWE champion for the first time in his career. And it has finally happened. Something Cody's been waiting to do forever. Has beaten John Cena at SummerSlam and has won the WWE Championship, taking the title off Cena in his 17th title reign. To end John Cena's final ever WWE title reign, of course. But finally be the undisputed WWE champion for the first time ever. The title that's eluded him his whole career, of course. He's won the World Heavyweight Championship, but that's past him now. Cody needed to win this title for his career and for just him in general. He needed to do it. Cody beats Cena, winning the WWE Championship. Finally, after WrestleMania 39's heartbreak against Roman Reigns, his Solo Sikoa, of course, costing him. At WrestleMania 40, he never got the chance. And last year, or this WrestleMania in this year, he had to face The Rock. He had to deal with The Rock at WrestleMania. But SummerSlam finally comes in New Jersey. The first ever two-night SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes wins. But we're not just done there yet. Like SummerSlam 2024, but in this universe, SummerSlam 2025, Roman Reigns returns for the first time since WrestleMania 41, now known as the OTC. The only tribal chief, of course, wearing that shirt for defeating The Rock and finally being the only tribal chief that no one else can touch. Since his loss against John Cena at WrestleMania 41, Roman is here after Cody's victory in the main event at SummerSlam. And he just, new music, I Am Greatness is hit, the run dun dun, and no one knows who it is until they see, of course, the former champion walk out. And is here in appearance for the first time in many, many months. In over 4 months, Roman Reigns is back. And he just doesn't even get in the ring. He looks down at the end of the ramp, and Cody's on the top row, but Cody looks at him, and he gets 3 fingers touching the title. Actually, no, he gets 2 fingers touching the title. He looks and says, I never got my rematch. I think it's time we go again. So, it looks like they're setting it up for WrestleMania 42. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, one last time for the undisputed WWE Championship. But this time, Cody Rhodes is finally the champion. And he gets to walk into WrestleMania defending against the man who ruined it all, really. Roman Reigns, that ruined the glory path. With the one man that stood in his way from everything. So, we finally get that match. As John Cena finally ends his year, he gets to go out on his nice ride. And The Rock will not turn up anymore. The Rock is out his full storyline. So what do you think? Would this be the right path for WWE to go down if they looked before WrestleMania 40 and went against their, and stayed with their word, and actually chose to do Roman Reigns vs. The Rock and have Cody face Seth? Because I think it's a very, very good one. Cody would have had an immaculate year, being both World Heavyweight and Undisputed WWE Champion in the same year. But of course, Roman Reigns losing at WrestleMania but returning to maybe build up a rivalry, but maybe have some other rivalries on the side, with Solo Sikoa making himself the tribal chief in this time. Roman Reigns has to go and deal with that first, and deal with Solo Sikoa still being the tribal chief, and rebuild his bloodline before he goes and faces Cody Rhodes one last time for the Undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 42. It all leads up to real life, because we're rumoured to get Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 42 one last time. I wouldn't be against it, because I love that match. But thank you for watching the video. It has been us to record. Always remember, smash the like and subscribe button to the flipping channel, and I'll see you all day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.